Hello, everybody. It's that college football guy here. Another video. Yeah, I'm in the kitchen here, new place. I should say my place. Well, it's been fun here. You haven't seen videos from me yesterday and today. I apologize for everything, but it's not been fun. Finally moved to this new place that previous tenants left behind. Lovely bed bugs. Oh, just so much fun. So basically, found out that you can see the gaps in the boards. Yeah, it's all throughout this place. The bed bugs originated because there's nobody in the next unit over. They just moved in today, and they had to be informed about the fact that we have bed bugs in this one. But apparently, it turns out that upstairs in the bedroom, which is my son's room, which is right over the top of us, they had a mattress. Previous tenants, when they got kicked out of here, left their mattress leaning on his wall and they didn't bother to clean the damn thing out for like almost a month. Apparently, it was infested with bed bugs, which is the reason why they left it behind. And when Terminex came here today to do the work, or I should say yesterday to do the work, found out, yeah, there are bed bugs in the walls. Reason being, that unit had a mice problem. And the bed bugs were going after any blood source, and turns out they were actually going after some of the mice, which I thought was not possible, but exterminator says it happens. So they started up and sprouting up, and I had roughly, they said at one point in time, there must have been 2,000 of them in this place. I don't even want to think about it. But, point is this. This place got fumigated and sprayed. We left the house for 6 hours while they did everything. Everybody got a little bit nauseous now, headaches now. It's okay for us to be in here, but it's still bad. But I started thinking, okay, we're going to move to this nicer place across the way here. As bad as it, I made the comment earlier, says, what if the place is so bad with bed bugs and everything else, why don't you move? Not going to be a good idea. Because we found out that the closest place around here for rent, that's near my son's school, my son's high school and everything else, the only other places that are available here, places that are smaller than us are charging $600 to $800 a month more. Not exactly fun. So you want to know what I've been up to? I'm doing college football videos. I've been dealing with this, thinking about Golden Blue Dude, thinking about Chris, thinking about the fact of everybody out there, we miss his videos because he's always came up with some crazy ideas for stuff. And some of them panned out, some of them didn't, but it was always entertaining. He never left you felt boring. It was never boring. He was always exciting, always into it. And the fact is, I said, put up videos, he owed me a lot. I owe him a lot for this. And I do, and everybody said, what do you mean? Well, I was debating on doing this, and I forgot what video it was of his. I'm not sure, or was or somebody else's mutual. I think it might have been somebody else's. He commented on them or whatever, and I commented too, and I was saying, in fact, debating on doing it, and Chris just gave me a 3-word answer about debating whether or not to do this, because he just said, go for it. Go for it. Which got me started doing this, and now, here I am. And never got to tell him thank you. Oh, he knows. I've been here here in the house and talking to him, yelling at him. I'm sure as everybody else has too. But I do owe him a lot. And will continue to owe him. But as he would say, come on, we got to do things out there. You've got to get the content out. You crank out those videos every single day. Get videos out there for the fans. Get videos out there for everybody to enjoy. Get videos out there for people to think about, good or bad. Always make people think. So very true. Now, I've had a couple people, one person A couple people, though, actually have done DM me the same thing as someone said in the comments. You don't have anything new. You don't have any inside scoops. You don't have anything. Nobody has anything new, okay? Everybody's going off of right now that the Scoop Master it's everybody on Twitter. No, it's people on Facebook, or it's not Facebook, people on YouTube, or there's some Reddit threads, stuff on Reddit too. I'm like, never heard of that. College football stories being scooped out on Reddit. That's a new one on me. But do I have anything new to know? No. Let me explain this to everybody out there those who didn't know the other video. Explain what this is. Okay? As I said before, lived in Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, 40 years. I've known people who worked in various parts of it because the jobs I did weren't just with the athletic department. They were with the library, with science, with all over the university. And a lot of people I worked with then are now all over the place. They're transferred and got hired on. Hey, you got a chance to stay at UNLV, or you can go work at a Pac-12 university for more prestige, looks better on the resume, and about $30,000 a year more. Or in one case, $75,000 a year more. His only question was, what time do you want me to show up? Which I don't blame him in the least. $75,000 raise, I'll be there with bells on. So, do I know inside people that tell this stuff? No. All I asked everybody, I knew one thing. I'm not asking for scoops. One thing I got told by all of them in the Pac-12, one thing. A member of the faculty can find out what's going on in the athletic department about things going on there because it could affect some of their students, so they may have a passing interest, and the athletic department will share some things. But athletic department doesn't find out about educational patterns or anything going on with there because it's considered not to be worthy of their time. So if you know the educators, you know more than the ones who don't. Which I get. I get that. So the only thing it said is the fact that, okay, so the what's the words here? The academics are controlling it, so they're going to be, the athletic department's going to make their say, and everything else says, well, they've already made a decision. And the decision is simply this. They're not settling for anything less. If they have to stream, the ideal thing that they're looking for, the floor, is the Big 12's deal. That's been widely reported by a lot of people. Everyone says, they might make the same amount of money. Like, no, they're going to make less. Because, folks, remember, if they go streaming, as MLS did the fact, you're looking at Pac-12's got to pay for costs to pay for the stream, to broadcast the games themselves, which you're talking $7 to $8 million a year per team, $70 to $80 million to get this off. So if you're making 31, actually after paying production costs, you're only at 23, 24. And it's actually less than that because almost every conference out there kicks back. You get your television revenue, you kick back 10% to the conference for operations to keep the conference running. So if you're paid $31 million, you kick back $3.1 million. That puts you at like $27.9. Now you're losing $8 million. That puts you below 20. Are you starting to get it now? With the 10% kickback to the conference and the television costs, they don't want to go below $20 million per school after everything. Which means they have to get as good as the Big 12's deal. That's what they're looking for. And widely reported by a lot of people, I have not heard anything to disprove this or agree with it, about everybody saying they've got a bunch of offers on the table, and I'm sure everybody has offered them. But the problem is, it's not enough. They want, realistically, $32 million a year. So that way they can pay everything. Look, like I said, they want to be able to have $20 million take home. I just explained it to you. $31 million a year is going to be less than $20 million. 32 gives them $20 million a year after paying the 10% to the conference and paying production for the Pac-12 network if it's streaming. But they still want linear cable for at least half their deal, which is the problem. Because with all the problems with Netflix, with ESPN, with everybody else and overspending money and all of the layoffs and it's happened in the tech industry and everywhere else, there's no money for this. Everybody thought that Brett Yormark was nuts for jumping ahead of line. Now he's looking like a genius. But I tweeted this out there. I've actually brought my Twitter back up, and I'm going to probably put in the comments what my Twitter is. I don't do like crazy, like 19 friggin' tweets a day. I do one a day. Depends if something funny happens on there or whatever. I'll post some stuff up. But the main thing happening in all of this is, like I put up a tweet, was basically the way this is going and the way they're saying, oh, this deadline. No, it's this deadline. No, it's this deadline. No, it's this deadline. And it keeps moving the goalposts going further and further back. I got a question to ask you, and this is what I put up on Twitter, and this is, tell me if I'm wrong. The way they're going with this, are they going to announce their deal after the national championship game, praying that a Pac-12 school will make the college football playoff and maybe win the championship to raise the revenue? How ironic would that be? SC would win the national championship. Not saying it's going to happen, but SC wins the national championship and tries to buzz by the Pac-12 saying it raises our value. They're not going to be here. You'd have to have Oregon or Utah do some damage. But then again, the way Utah's been playing the last few years, they've owned USC. So, very well could happen. But let me know down in the comments what you think about this. It's like, folks, everybody's putting out this breaking stuff. We heard this. We've heard CW. All rumors. Nothing's proven. ESPN finally did, Pete Thamel finally did a story from ESPN that they're months away and far apart. Like, we haven't known this for like the last 9 months? I mean, the point out there that I got from various Pac-12 schools, people I know, that said that realistically they were hearing that people there wanted $50 million a year. They thought without USC and UCLA, they're a $50 million a year conference, and with USC and UCLA, they're a $75 to $80 million a year conference. And I talked to my person I know and said, did you talk to the one you talked to and ask him how many times they were dropped on their head as a baby? Because the Pac-12 with USC and UCLA would be lucky to get 50. Couldn't probably even get 50 million with them there. You're saying, where's it quote a little bit of, I don't want to get copyright striking, but a little bit of a play with the dark side. The delusion is strong with this one. Just crazy, folks. Just crazy. But like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think about the story here. So thanks everybody for watching the video. As you see, I'm just walking around here. I've been trying to go away from here, but certain spots I got here and it smells. I got the sprays in the wall because the people who were bug spraying here found the ones that had gaps. They literally took a little camera they had, and it was small enough in spots, and put it through the walls to see if they could find egg sacs for bed bugs. They found it upstairs in my son's room, which is the reason why his walls right when we got in looked like white rain came down the side of them because it hadn't fully dried in his room yet. He had to spend the night sleep downstairs because there was so much in his room. But let me know down in the comments what you think about all this crazy stuff. I went in here babbling about my life, about all the crazy things with bed bugs, which I pray no one ever has to deal with because these things are not nice. They've been eating my wife and my son up. I've got bitten once since we found them. They don't like coming to my side of the bed because they camp out underneath my wife's side of the bed. When they lifted up the box spring, found the egg sacs under her bed and in her pillowcases. Because, as I got told, they'd only go no more than 4 feet away from their food source. They stay close. So if they're eating you, they're going to be no more than 4 feet away in the bed bugs and the pillows and everything else. But conference realignment, folks, there is nothing new that I know of. But I've been too busy dealing with this and the headaches and the migraines and everything else. So thanks everybody for listening to me ramble around like a first-class idiot. Um, thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't done it yet, please hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. It helps video be seen by more people. I would like to comment, hear your comments on all of this. If you have any questions about bed bugs and pertaining on there, I've had a phone book of, not a phone book, but a good thick pamphlet of information they gave me about bed bugs, things to do and not to do. If you have any questions about that, let me know that down in the comments. And if you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 400 subscribers on the slow walk to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully one day we can get there. So thanks everybody for watching the video. I've rambled on long enough and ruined your Saturday. So but I got to get going doing crazy. The whole reason I'm behind and everything else is that I had to take every blanket, every pillow, every the covers on the couches, on the armchairs, all the covers, any clothing that was out that was near the bed, blankets, everything, all had to be taken to the laundromat and be cooked for 45 minutes. So I had to spend basically $35 just to dry something in order to wash it again to make sure I killed everything. Not fun, everybody. Not fun. So thanks, everybody, for watching the video. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I'm trying to. Everybody be safe out there. If you haven't talked to your loved ones in a while, talk to them. Chris's passing remind us that life is just too damn short. So thank you, everybody, and please be good to each other.